Hello everyone, and welcome to Changeling Gaming. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Stool Pigeon. Stool Pigeon is a level 1 pick up and play party and family game designed by Nate Miller and published by Barrel Aged Games for 2 to 6 players that takes on average less than 10 minutes to play. If you want to learn how we determine the level for this game, you can find that video for free on our Patreon page. Link in the description to join the community. In Stool Pigeon, we play as the heads of various pigeon-based mafias, all of whom are being part of a giant crime scene. We must try to eliminate incriminating evidence as effectively as possible from the scene to escape the cruel hands of justice. It's a game of memory and speed to quickly solve your problems and get out of Dodge before anyone else knows what hit them. Setup. Shuffle the full deck of cards. Deal 4 cards to each player in a square, but players should only look at the 2 cards that are closest to them. After they have looked at these cards, they cannot look at another card unless they play a pigeon that says they can. If playing with the expansion, place the poople nearby. Choose first player however you want. How to play. The goal of the game is to have the lowest score possible in the cards before you, your crime scene. To do this, players will replace their face-down cards one at a time, and whichever card gets replaced will be played for one of a couple different effects. The player draws either the top card of the deck or the top card of the play pile if it is a witness card, unless that card was eliminated either through a witness match or a kingpin. Both effects we'll get into shortly. They examine the drawn card and must replace a card in their crime scene with it, playing the card that they replaced quickly without looking at it. If a witness number card is played, then it's a race to flip a matching witness. If the match is successful, then both witnesses are eliminated. You can eliminate one of your own witnesses, or if you are able to flip another player's witness onto the pile, that witness is eliminated and you give them a card of your choice from your crime scene. On the other hand, if the match is not successful, then the card is returned to your area and another card is added to it with no peeking. If a pigeon card gets flipped instead, then that card's special effect is triggered. These are mostly straightforward, but we'll quickly summarize them now. The titular stool pigeon allows the player to peek at any one card of their choice, one of only 2 ways to look at face-down cards. Bamboozle allows the player to swap any 2 cards without peeking. Vendetta allows the player to peek at a card and then swap any 2 cards of their choice. This is the only other way to peek at a face-down card. The Kingpin allows the player to eliminate a card of their choice or add the top card of the draw pile to another player's crime scene. The Pigeon Stool is from the game's expansion and introduces the poople to the game. When played, this card places the poople on a card of the player's choice, and that card cannot be interacted with in any way as long as the poople is on the card. 2 final noteworthy cards are the Meatball and the Rat. The Meatball is worth 0 points, the only such card in the game. It is also considered a witness, so it can be taken from the play pile if it winds up there. The Rat cannot be played from your area and can only be eliminated with a kingpin. If a player tries to play the Rat, it is instead returned to their crime scene as an additional card. At the end of the game, the Rat is worth a random number of points. Once a player thinks they've got the best set of cards available, instead of drawing a card on their turn, they simply knock on the table. This indicates that every other player gets 1 final turn before the game ends. For the end of the game, flip all the cards face up. If a player has the Rat, then draw the top card of the deck to serve as the Rat's value, and add all the card values together to get the final total. Whoever has the lowest total has managed to scrub their evidence from the crime scene and wins. One final note. The designers strongly recommend playing the game with only a single hand to keep play areas visible and gameplay fair. So go out and scrub all the signs of your presence at a horrendous pigeon-based mafia crime scene, and maybe pick up a meatball on your flight to victory in Stool Pigeon. Be sure to support your local game stores. For us, that is Board Game To Go, who offer over 2,000 games for rental within the Toronto area and many more for purchase. If you're curious about games like this one, check out the link in the description. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to pose them in the comments below, or take a look to see if someone else has already answered it down there, and be sure to thank them if they have. If you want to learn more about what our ranking system means, check out this video here. And if you want to learn how to play more games, check out our playlist here. Don't forget to subscribe to learn when new videos come out, and remember, keep changing, keep gaming, have fun.